Okay, this is a little bit of Ttouch for horses that might be super sensitive to being touched. You're not super sensitive. So first off, we're going to talk about the idea of a performance horse. We've got a performance horse, ride, drive, doesn't matter. We have a horse that you want to just kind of rock and roll with. Those performance horses, always commonly they're tight. They're hard working. They'll tend to have their bodies somewhat tight. If you add in now the idea of not wanting to be touched, so they're extremely sensitive in the flank area and here, just whatever the case may be, the Ttouch, I'll show you some of the specific things that I would try with this. One of my favorite ones that I did years ago was a mare that was so wound up, she was just beyond. I did 6-hour day with her over the course of, broke up into sections through the course of almost 9 hours from start to finish. I have the idea that when you have a performance horse, there's lots of folks that get massage therapists in. They have external people, if you will, from they themselves actually doing the work on the horse's body. And when I found the Ttouch, that's the one thing that drew me to it, was that I could learn to do this myself, so that I would be the one that would be working with the specific horse that I owned at the time, which of course is the case here now. I have the belief that there's a benefit to that. When it's the individual that's actually going to be asking for that performance, I see this as a way of giving back. So depending, I've not seen this horse in action. I've not met the horse that I'm thinking of when I'm doing this video. So you would start with simply what she can handle. Where can you lay your hands without a flinch? And even if it starts here, if her mane, if you can handle, she can deal with that, then spend a little time on that and just kind of make that as pleasant as you can. Now I would sneak in, see I've rolled my knuckle here, and I'm sneaking in just a little bit of pressure there. And that, I would say, is an approach overall that I would take, is simply sneaking in there with motion from a point of comfort. It's comfortable here, you sneak it over. Now, and that's what I did, that whole on and off. I call that reach and withdraw. And you reach and you withdraw. And you always have your own thinking the same as right here. If this is good, then that's no different. This is good, that's no different. So from their specific motions, I would have in my thoughts, and if I had the horse in my hand, I would know which one I'd choose. I would use I've got my wrist here. So I got the other hand is still on the horse. Either you can just hold her there. So you sneak in a circle with your wrist. So I kind of got these, my hands are just kind of, fingertips just kind of landing my wrist. And I do my circle. Now sometimes it'll go opposite, and you don't know till you touch them. Some will prefer, you will have more success with a tiny 2 or 3 fingered circle. They might respond to that better with then within that circle with your fingers, a light touch or one with more pressure. And that, you watch the horse. They'll tell you which one they like and which one they don't. So we've got 2, 3. We've got the wrist. We've got the circle in 2 different pressures. And we have the flat hand. And number 4, I would use the lifts. And those are, see I got that little motion there with the skin. You just lift and let go. Lift, hold, let out a breath sometimes, as I'm doing these videos. Of course, I'm talking while I'm doing this. When you're alone in your barn and you're doing this stuff in the middle of the shed row, just you and your horse, you won't be doing any talking. Okay, so comfortable zone, sneak in the motion, bring the motion to be by itself, reach towards the sensitive area. The second she reacts, go back. Go back. Alright. So slow, calm, and still. Okay. And I thank you as always. Good boy.